So there are three things I don't like about the new Toyota Prius. I mean, let's face it, not every vehicle is perfect, right? There is no perfect vehicle. And I know if you watch a lot of my videos on this channel, you probably think, he thinks the Toyota Prius is perfect. I don't. There's three things I don't like. First of all, this morning, it about scared the out of me, right? I'm at my house and I'm going to back up. I have the Tacoma parked in front of me, and I'm parked out away from my driveway where there's a line of trees and a curb and some rocks and stuff beside me. It's like landscaping. You've probably seen it in the videos. So I go to put the truck into reverse, and of course all the nanny features kick in, right? It's showing me I'm close to this, I'm close to that, whatever. I'm used to that. It does that. It's the way it is. So I put it into reverse. I start to back up, and I'm going slow. I'm not in a hurry. It's not like I floored it to go into reverse. I start backing up, maybe no more than 1 mile an hour, I bet. And all of a sudden, the car starts honking. It'll honk. It's internal, I think. And slams on the brakes. It felt like I hit something. Now, I checked. I always check, because I have a big pet peeve about scratching the wheels or scuffing up the tires, and of course about hitting anything with the car. So it stops, it slams on the brakes. I mean, I could feel it. It felt like I ran into something as I was backing up. Horrifying experience, right? My heart jumps. You know that feeling you get when you think you might have damaged your vehicle? That's what I had. So I put it in park, I get out. I'm looking at the rear view camera the whole time too, by the way. Nothing. There's nothing there. So I put it in park, I get out, I go around, and I look behind me, and there's nothing there. I didn't hit anything. What happened was the system went ahead and slammed or applied the brakes, because it picked up, I guess, the landscaping and stuff off to the right, the passenger side bumper, and it thought I was going to hit something. So it slammed on the brakes for me. I do not like that feature about the Toyota Prius. Now, I would rather have that than run over something or someone, of course, so I guess there is some merit to it. But when the system does not work the way it's supposed to and gives you a false, in this case, application of the brakes, it's very jarring, very scary, I guess. I was scared. I damaged my car. I don't dig that. I really don't like that at all. Number two, the sound that it makes. The sound that it makes when I'm going under 20 miles an hour and it's trying to warn the world that I'm there. You know, I thought at first that was something that I liked. It was different. It kind of sounds like a spaceship. But the more I experience it and I'm driving along, the less I like it. I just don't dig that it has to talk to me, in addition to blare the horn in the cab if something is going on. I wish we didn't have that feature, or at least it could be deactivated, turned off. You know, I'd rather not have it do that. And maybe it can, and I've just not discovered it yet. You know, I'm going to do a video on the steering wheel controls here soon. Maybe there's some sort of an option I can choose so that those nanny features don't kick in and don't alert me to every little thing that's going on, because it's something about the new Prius that I really do not dig. Another thing, I think there's two more things. I'm going to give you a bonus. The lack of the spare tire. I've talked about this before. It's just peace of mind. You know, that stupid little kit that they throw in the back, that's only going to work for you if you have the perfect flat, right? I mean, if you blow out a sidewall, cut the sidewall, have a hole that's too big, that stuff is not going to work. It's also going to screw up your tire pressure monitor. You know, that little device that's inside your tire to let you know. I assume that Toyota has it in the Prius. Maybe they don't. Maybe they have one of the other sensors. But assuming they do, because every other Toyota I've had does, you're going to ruin that thing. And it's going to cost you, anywhere from, last I checked, $50 to $75, $80 to replace just that. And you'll have ruined it yourself by squirting that fluid in your tire to try to plug up that leak. And if it doesn't work, in other words, you hook it up, you spray it in, tire still doesn't inflate, stays flat, spent an extra 50 to 80 bucks for nothing. Nothing. They need to have a spare tire. I wouldn't care if it was a donut, something smaller, just something I can put on back there so that I can get to where I need to go to have the tire fixed. It's one of those peace of mind things that really drives me kind of crazy, right? Lastly, number 4, the inability, at least that I've just come across so far, to not be able to drive in electric mode only, no matter what speed you're going, how you're on the accelerator or the brake, the incline, the decline, whatever it is. I tried to make a video the other day. I thought I would hop in the Prius, put it in EV mode, which I've tried, and I'd be able to drive around and we could see how long it would be and how far we could go before exhausting the battery. I was surprised. As soon as I put it into EV mode, the engine kicked on. Now, it was early, and it says in the manual that there are circumstances where the engine will kick on. I looked it up after I tried this. If the engine's cold, if you're on the gas too hard, in my case, it seems if I make a turn, because of the all-wheel drive, the engine will kick on to drive that, or to help drive that rear motor, it seems. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it does. Every time I've taken a turn, the engine is kicked on. I don't know why in an electric vehicle, or a hybrid, I guess, Toyota has not given us the option to be fully electric when we want to be. Until, obviously, the battery gets too low, and then it needs to fire up the engine, or you'll just be dead in the water, right? I could use this. It would be particularly handy for me. I move the car around a lot where I'm not going far, like out of the driveway into the street, out of the street into the driveway, where it'd be nice if it only ran on electric power. And it's not that the battery's low. I've looked at the gauge. It does have a gauge, by the way, to show you how much juice is in the battery. And it's never been low. Matter of fact, it looks like it's not overcharged, but well charged, so that there's enough to get me, 20 feet, something like that, into my driveway, because it would be a way to move the car without burning any fuel. And it is a hybrid, an electric vehicle, right? I see no reason why we shouldn't be able to do that. It's a shortcoming, I think. I'm not exactly sure why Toyota does it, especially if you're just trying to move the car, but nonetheless, that's the way it is. Anyway, those are just, as it turns out, I guess, 4 or 5 things that I really don't like about the new Prius. They're petty things, I must admit, but as I continually look at this car and try to gauge what it is, those are the things that have come up. Leave a comment, let me know if you've got the new Prius. What don't you like about it? I'd be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.